Okay, this is my review of Makeover Monday, week 35. So you hit the page, and there's colors everywhere. Trying to make sense of this rainbow down here. So I start to move my cursor around. I get a GUI that pops up with animal abuse, murder, theft, gun. Okay, I've already read the topic, so I know we're talking about crime, but let me review um, this first position in the top left to try and understand what's going on. NFL Arrest provides an interactive visualized database of 15 years of NFL football, National Football League player arrests and charges. Learn about your rival team's history with the law, break down arrests by player, position, crime, and team. Keep in mind there's 1,700 NFL players and their arrest rates are lower than the USA. Okay. There's way more information there than I need, and I feel like they're like biasing the message. First off, it hits me with this visualized database. It sounds daunting. Um, National Football League player arrests and charges. Okay, but it's not. It doesn't break to a new line to then say, here you can learn about your rival team's history with the law. I'm looking for my rival team. Like, okay, I don't see a clear, like, go pick your rival. Um, I don't have a rival team. Then it goes on to say, keep in mind there are 1,700 football players, and their arrest rates are lower than the USA arrest rate. Like, okay, I don't really want to keep that in mind. I haven't asked, are these players, like, do these players have a lower arrest rate than the U.S.? Yeah, so why are you already putting that in my head? If you want me to explore, which you suggest I do here, then don't tell me to keep this in mind. Let me let me do my own thing. And then this arrestometer. I gotta figure out what this is, but these colors are still yelling at me. So the arrestometer. It just says the arrestometer. It has been 1 day since the last arrest, average 7 days, record without arrest 65. See detailed stats and upcoming records. View the most recent arrest details for each NFL team. Like, I'm already kind of tired of them not helping me figure out what this is about. I could try to pay attention to this, or I could just go, diddle around on my own. But I want to understand what to make of this. And then they've got a mailing list. Great. So let's go on. That didn't tell me a whole lot. I guess I can explore, with these things because the controls are, they indicate that I can click on them. So I'll click on them. Um, and this one takes a little while to aggregate. Okay, so by team. Um, by team. So again, I have to remember that this is arrests because it's not labeled. The axis isn't labeled. Um, since I'm from the States, I know this is Minnesota, Cincinnati, Denver, Tennessee, Jacksonville, Indiana. Okay, but I like shouldn't this say like Packers? Maybe the team name instead of the city name. Just a thought. Um, and this is impossible. So, what do we have? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, 14 categories of colors. Max. is 8. Um, max is really 7, and then like just a handful 5 is probably a good number of colors. But they have sorted these, which is handy. But unfortunately, these are city names, not team names, and they're clipped because these are vertical bars instead of horizontal bars. I can't resort. Oh, what is that? Dang it. No, I could. Ah, I can remove a bunch of stuff. Like that would have been nice to tell me. I wanted to I wanted to reorder things, but it looks like I can click these like filters, which I bet a bunch of people aren't going to notice. So, sexual assault. Now it just says sex. So these people are being arrested for having sex. Great. Drugs. Okay. But it doesn't resort. And yeah, that's too bad. DUI. Again, doesn't resort. So, the sort worked when they were all there, but it doesn't work when they're not all there. So I sort of have a problem with that. Let's put them back. Hide all categories. What does that do? Really? Why is that necessary? Whoa. Why was that necessary? Ah. Okay. Great. So I have a bar chart that is barely functional. Like, all right. So Green Bay Packers. When I hover over the bar, I have a line indicating that I am hovering over the bar. But then when I look at the title of this table, it still says GB, but there's so much real estate there that could have been used for the actual team name. Um, the colors are there, but there's no need for colors anymore because the text is there to associate with the numbers. So we don't need the color anymore. We have text. And this table isn't sorted, so I have to figure out which one's the highest offense for GB, whatever GB is. If I didn't know what GB was, I would have to go look up GB. All right, we have this. It's like I'm gonna go on a flight. All right, what happened in March? Whoa. Okay. Like, I just don't. Okay, I don't want it. I want all the records. Okay. Too much. It's too much. Now we scroll down. I'm clearly below the fold. And this is the first time I'm seeing the team names and thinking that this is football. Yes, it says NFL and there's a little pixelated football with handcuffs around it, but this is what makes me feel like I'm looking at football data, the little logos. We've got top crimes, top players, top positions. Okay. I do like the font. And top crimes makes sense, but top players is actually a little confusing to me because, like, yes, I get that it's players who had the most arrests, but top players doesn't work. should read something more like most arrested players. Top crimes, like top crimes, okay, but here we're saying top players, and there's another noun that's crimes that needs to be associated with players. Contextually, sure, I get it, but the same goes for positions. Um, most arrested positions, most arrested players, you know, top crimes. That works. Um, I get that they were going for the top thing. It's fine. What happens when I do this? Button here. I'm gonna click it. I can seriously load more. How many can I load? Whoa. Why? Like why? Why? But there's no less. How do I make it? How do I make it go away? Oh my gosh. Do I have to go until I can't go anymore? And then it goes away? Okay. Well, clearly I'm getting seriously distracted by the UI, which maybe that works for them. What happens when I click this? The fact that this bubble's bigger than these almost made me think that this was some sort of bar chart, but then I just looked to see that these are rounded rectangles around the numbers. I have no idea why they're green. Um, that's unnecessary. Okay, teams. What happens? No. Oh my god, it's a pie. This is getting so good. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh. Wow. Um, I didn't think I was gonna get so excited by what was on the other side of that team button. But we have an interactive donut chart. Can I filter this one out like the other one? Oh yeah. Okay. Now we're getting some consistency. Oh, I like that the donut chart sorts. That's handy. Labels are placed in the center of the arc, and the color contrast works. Let's see if we can find one where it doesn't. Alright. Now, yeah, labels disappear when the slices are too small. Is this necessary? Like, players and crime. I can't highlight this. What's going on? Okay. Like I don't need to beat up the pie. I've already beaten up enough stuff. Let's see if we can critique something from a data visualization standpoint. So got this pie. Um, really? Wow. Okay. What top players? The largest slices. Other. What is other? I don't. The most important thing in this pie, or in this viz, is undescribed. It's nondescript. That's not making me happy. All right, enough with that pie. Now top crimes. Uh, DUI, domestic violence, other. Come on, what is other? Oh man. When I go to remake this, gonna have to do some serious work to keep other out of the picture. So then we scroll down and we get this table. Ugh. Okay, 39 incidents a year ago, 4 years ago, 4 years ago. Date? That's not a date. That's descriptive text telling me how long ago said incident occurred. Should it be player name? Crime, or just player? You said player here. Now it's name. Description, outcome. Now this is kind of interesting. Okay, we've got a story here. Paid 31. Oh, sorry, $311 to settle a ticket. Ah, I want to explore the stories, but I can't click on the arcs to filter the table below. Wow. Um, at least I know how to get back to this thing. Yep. Okay. Well, I won't click load more because you can't undo it unless you refresh. Yeah, that's that's gonna be my review. Later.